Okay, I know it's been a while since I've recorded a YouTube video. It's been like over 6 months, and I know y'all, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing the subscribers, I've been seeing the views, all of that. And so I know that you guys are still on my channel, seeing what I'm up to. I don't know if you guys can tell based off of my last videos, but I'm in a whole new apartment. Right now I'm in my bathroom. Like I said, I'm in a brand new apartment, and this time your girl has her own bathroom. And that's exactly where I am. Obviously you guys can tell I still have the pink theme going on, bonnet, Kirby bonnet, as you guys can see. For today's video, before I get into all the crazy stuff that I've been going through, I'm basically just gonna be doing a spend the day with me or a day in my life type thing. You guys haven't been with me for a while, and so that's what we're gonna be doing today. And today's low-key like a little bit of like a reset day because I need to clean up my room. It's Monday, like we just got out of college, like break, we're on break right now, summer break, and I feel like I've just not been maximizing my time. I've been like in bed, which is, I can't complain about that because what's wrong with being bored, but I also need to go ahead and do the things I've been putting off because of college. So I need to be cleaning up my room, doing laundry. I have a lot of things I've been putting off that I need to go ahead and stop procrastinating and just start doing. So let me go ahead and do. Okay, now that I've brushed my teeth, usually I'll go in and wash my face. I've been using witch hazel recently. This has really been helping my skin, I feel like, especially like when I'm going through my cycle and things like that. Usually my face will start breaking out like the week before and then like the week during. And I feel like not as many pimples have been popping up. I feel like it's helping with my black spots. Like I feel like it's really helping prevent the pimples. So I've been using these cotton rounds to put this on my face and everything. So usually I'll start off with one and I'll just pour it all on top of it. And once it looks like it's like wet enough, I don't have my glasses on so I'm low-key blind, but once it's all like you know, wet enough, I don't know how else to say it, bro. Once it's like soaked, basically I'll just start putting it all over my face. And so now your girl is going to start cleaning. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm probably gonna smoke a little bit, maybe put on some music or put on a good podcast. Your girl loves a good podcast. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what I need to be doing in my room. Like what are the main things I want to hit today. When I come out and get ready in the morning, I start with my bed. So number one is my bed. So another thing that I like about my bedroom is, like I said, that it's so big, and unlike my last place, my bed is now like pretty much in the center of the room where I can walk on both sides when I'm making up the bed. And so that makes the process way easier. It's not like, oh, let me make up my bed and then have to like hop on in and then go like that. That's like too much. And so I don't know if you guys have ever had to deal with that, but me personally, my bed has always been touching one side of the wall, like on the long side. And so now I can just walk around and have freedom and be like, okay, I can get on that side, I can get on that side, I can do this side. And then also the bed moves easily. And so if I wanna like push the bed away from the wall, boom. You don't have to even be strong. I got the right bed for my personality type. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and make up the bed. Okay, so obviously I'm not giving the typical aesthetic that you see online. Clearly my pillows look kind of crazy. They're not matching the bed covers. I don't have them all steamed, so you're gonna see some wrinkles. I promise you it's gonna look aesthetic after I finish doing laundry, but to be honest, it's also just the reality. Like sometimes you have pillows with no pillow covers, and that's what you got to deal with. And so that's what I'm dealing with right now. But I'm doing laundry today, so don't judge me too much. I feel like once you make up the bed, that's how you know like the room is already starting to come together. My bed is now in the center, so once like the center is doing its part, then the rest starts to come together and you start seeing the vision where everything else is supposed to be. So another thing that I've also been noticing that I need to start getting on myself a little bit more about, especially because I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that 30 days make a habit. So I'm gonna start making this into a habit. When I come in and I'm relaxing, or I just showered, or I'm putting away stuff for the day, like don't just put it on the ground and be like, oh, I'll do it later. I need to do it right there and then, because if I'm already up taking off the clothes or putting my bag down, then I might as well just just put it away and not leave it for later, because that's how junk and knickknacks and all that start building up. I don't know if you guys saw in any of the clips so far, but obviously you'll see it later, that I have a chair in here, and usually that ends up being the chair where stuff gets like thrown onto. And so to eliminate that problem, I now need to put it with the dining room set that it belongs to, just because I want to eliminate that mess. It's just so convenient. It's right there to just throw things on. And so to stop that problem or diminish it, I'm going to put it back in the living room. And then also for my like backpacks, I have like my purse on the ground, I have my laptop on the ground, I have wires on the ground, I have just stuff all over the ground. Now that the bed is made up, I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing away trash that I see, start putting away those knickknacks, and start really honing in on the small things that actually build up over time. I need to move any knickknacks that are on the ground. I need to move stuff off my side table, my bedside table. So another thing that I notice about this area is the fact that it gets messy very quickly, because this is my side of the bed that I sleep on. And so usually during this time, I'll usually just put stuff on the floor, like when I'm laying in bed. And so that's why situations like this happen. I really need to organize this situation better and get into the habit, like I said, of putting stuff away instead of leaving it off until the morning. So this doesn't even go here. It goes by the entrance of my bedroom. So this area right here also needs to be cleaned. As you can see, there's a whole lot going on. My incense, my keys, they're all supposed to go inside this area right here. And so that's supposed to be where I keep all my stuff like that I need to grab before I head out of my bedroom. So I know I haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm gonna do another bacon build. Basically, I bought some edibles from the dispensary recently because I got my card renewed. And so I'm gonna do another video like that, basically taking one of these, and I have a lot of different items that I've gotten from different stores, including Legos and just character building blocks or whatever, to make some of the characters I think are either cute, that I like, that just match my aesthetic. And so I'll do another bacon build because I know that you guys really like the last one. We can have a little bit of conversation. Maybe I can give you guys a few life updates during that video. Okay, so this is my side table area, which I need to clean off. I also need to sweep the floor, because another thing that I'm learning, especially going from an apartment that was carpet to an apartment that has wooden floors, is that I can see all the crumbs, the mess, all the hair I shed all on the ground. And so that really does help me, considering that I am a self-diagnosed person with OCD, but I'm just seeing all the stuff on the ground. And so part of me is just like,
oh, gross, this is how much mess is on the floor, this is how much crumbs, this is how much hair I shed.
But then part of me is just like,
oh, okay, but now I'm not living in ignorance anymore.
And so I can go ahead, see all of it, and sweep it up. And then also I have a Dyson vacuum, so I sweep everything up first, and then I use a Dyson to vacuum it all up. And it's so satisfying seeing all of it just gets all sucked up. I'm just like, yes, thank God. But while I was over here about to clean off this side table, I noticed, obviously I have my joints, or whatever you want to call it, my ganja. I most likely will be taking an edible tonight so I can record that other video, but I'm like, why not have a little smoke break and amp this thing up? Let's have some fun. And so I'm gonna move my plant so that it doesn't get all messed up, because I'm also becoming a plant mother. But it's kind of hard because you can, I don't know if you guys can see, but like the leaves are browning at certain parts, and I don't know how to avoid that, because I've been watering it once a week like the lady told me to do. She didn't say how much, but I've just been doing okay, until, as long as the soil is damp or wet, it should be good to go. But I think the problem is that I had it by the window and it needs indirect sunlight, and so I moved it closer to the bed. So maybe the sun was giving it too much harsh lighting, and that's why. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna keep it there for a week, because I've had it for 2 weeks now. This is gonna be the 3rd week I've had it, and if not, then it's most likely a watering problem, or maybe the incense that I light, and maybe that's messing it up. But I don't know, there's so many factors that you just don't even know. But let's get into it. Hey. Yeah, I definitely need to do more smoking videos. I feel like that'd be so fun, especially to do with you guys asking me questions and just sitting and talking. I could do it in my car, I can do it in my room, I could do it wherever. Next, I like to usually pick up all the clothes that are on the ground, because sometimes at night, like when you come in, you're just tired. So you just take that shit off and just like, I'm showering and get it in bed. So far, the room is looking good. Like I said, do not mind the janky looking pillows. I have to do laundry, so I don't know how else to express that. I cleared off over there. The bedside table, also that Kirby lights up, so I'll plug that in a minute. Bed has already been made, as you guys can see. And so the next thing that I have to do is just mostly just get the floor prepared. Like you can see stuff on the ground over there and then see stuff over there. Obviously I have to clear off that dresser over there because there's a lot of stuff going on. Like that's another place where I just like to dump things at. So far, I think a lot of progress has been made, and you can see some of the other stuff that I had from my old bedroom have made it here as well. Still matching the aesthetic. This is from Halloween, but it's so comfy just to lay on throughout the day instead of getting under the full covers, and so I just get underneath these as well throughout the day. But let's get back into it. So these are two things that are going to go to the living room. Honorable mention, Hunter x Hunter. One of the first animes that I watched that I also liked. This is actually an anime that I'm like super into. I love going, like usually most shows I watch, like the main character is not that likable, but he's actually really likable, and just like the friendship between him and Killua is just so like, man, that's so sweet. Like I wish the world was that perfect where you could just make friends like that. And so it's a really nice show. The fighting scenes are so cool, like, and then also reading like the manga and stuff. Like I watched the show first and then I watched the manga, or then I started reading the manga, and oh my gosh, it's like the exact same, which I love about it. Like I'm glad that they followed it to a T. Anyway, these go inside the living room, and so I'm going to move that out here, but I'm going to remember to start reading this at night. But I've also been journaling, which I will talk about later. Okay, I've grabbed a snack when I put those items out into the living room. And man, blushes are so good. But there's some stuff on the floor that I need to go ahead, pick up, and put away. I'm also going to clear off this stand right here that I was talking about earlier, where I put like all my stuff that I need to remember to take as I leave out the door. And so I'm gonna clear off that, and I'm gonna clear off the floor. And then after that, I think we'll be pretty much ready to start sweeping, removing the chair out, all those different things I said I was going to do. And so this area is the next on the checklist. If you know anything about Angel, you're going to know that she's always going to be lighting an incense. So my dad, he bought me some incense recently. So this one looks very different than the ones that I'm used to, but oh my gosh, it smells amazing. If you don't use incense in your household, that's a red flag, but you definitely need to go and get some. So I'm gonna let that refresh the room and make it smell very homey. The place is really coming together, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. So this is my bag from Target of clothes that I'm bringing to Barcelona. So that's what's in this bag, and that's why it's just kind of been in the way. But I'm gonna go ahead and start putting it with my suitcase so I know to pack all these items with me. This is my new Kirby backpack that is so freaking cute. And so I've been wearing this around a lot, and that's why it's been at the entryway. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it away until I use it next. So far, the next thing I'm gonna do is sweep and mop and also vacuum, all that good stuff, and really start to put everything together, because if you guys see the floor over there, I'm gonna show you guys, you're gonna see it looks so great. Like, my room is like, coming together, okay? Okay, I didn't know it was gonna turn out like this, but so far everything is happening a-okay.
And we would ask that he be allowed to be present. And this is happening the morning that Cassie's to testify. So she.
Alexa, pause it, please.
Oh, I've been listening to Rotten Mango, and I've been listening to the Diddy trial. Bruh, I love her so much. I think it's so interesting every time she tells a story or tells whatever the facts of a case. It's just so interesting, and like the way she also like pretend to be the people involved and like try to put on their voice and their cadence of their like words and everything, their sentences. I'm just like, dang girl, you eat that up every single time. And so if y'all listen to Stephanie Sue / Rotten Mango, let me know, put it down in the comments. But yeah, let me get back to sweeping. But this is what I usually do. I'll listen to some music, or most likely a podcast while I'm cleaning. I just like to zone out and be able to just vibe out and listen, and like it makes cleaning way more fun and less of a task or a chore. So the main thing that I need to do, the number one thing I would say in terms of like chores, is doing laundry. And so doing the laundry, like actually putting in the washer and all that, that's not too big of a hassle. But obviously we all know the hardest part of doing laundry is folding the laundry and putting it away. And I'm not in the age range anymore where I'll just stuff all my stuff in there. I fold up all my stuff. And so it's just like, oh my gosh, I just can't bring myself to the point of stuffing it all in there, because then when it comes time to like try to look for my stuff, then I won't know where it is. I'm not gonna be stuffing it in there. I'm gonna have to be folding all of it. And then sheets, I've learned how to fold sheets like for real where it looks nice, but that's such a hassle as well. But I'm gonna show you guys all that. Obviously I don't need to keep explaining all this to you guys, so let's just get into it.